If you're in a calorie deficit, then you should be losing weight, right? So why isn't the scale moving? Well, in this video, I'm going to explain exactly that. Now, I get it. You're eating less, you're tracking calories, you're moving more, you're training hard, but the scale isn't budging. Now, does this mean that calorie deficits don't work? No. But what it does mean is that one of these common reasons is likely happening. And one thing I want to mention before diving into this video is that everything I'm about to say is out of love. This isn't me getting at you or calling you a liar. I know you're working hard right now, and I know you're trying to do your best, and things are frustrating because you're not seeing what you want. So just think of this as it all coming from a place of love and trying to bring awareness around the situation. Now, first of all, I want to say is that you're not in a calorie deficit. And again, you're probably thinking, Leo, what do you mean? I'm working so hard. But you're not, because if you were actually in a calorie deficit, and I don't mean just for a few days is nothing. I mean for like back-to-back months, let's say, you would 100% be seeing progress. It's just impossible not to. But what is likely happening is, again, and I'm going to go through a bunch of reasons in no particular order, you're not accurately tracking. Maybe you're guessing too much. You're not using like tools such as a measuring scale or a measuring jug. You need a food scale or a measuring jug, because if you're just trying to guess all the time, like, your guesses are not accurate. Let's say you've gone through a lifetime of overeating quite a bit, then how can you accurately guess what portion sizes are? You need to build up that experience of accurately guessing what these portion sizes are going to look like by going through a phase of accurately tracking by using measuring tools. The second potential reason is that you are logging hours after. You might only log your food at the end of the day, or even worse, the next day. Like, memory plays up. So you have to really log in the moment, straight before or straight after. Don't delay it for hours. Now, what else could potentially be going on is that you're trying to use exercise to put you in a deficit. So let's say you're doing your workout, and I'm going to throw random numbers out here, and you see in your workout you burn 400 calories. And then you're like, that means I can eat X amount of calories extra now. And that's not what you want to do, because when it comes to tracking calories burnt, whether it's with a smartwatch or the machines at the gym, a lot of these are way off. Like, I've seen studies of it reportedly being up to like 80% inaccurate. So what I recommend to you is, don't worry about the amount of calories you burn, just be consistent with tracking your calorie intake. And another potential reason that could be going on is that you don't understand that scale weight can fluctuate for a variety of reasons: stress, hormones, digestion, sodium levels, just to name a few. Recommend in this situation is, number one, look at scale weight more of a long-term mindset. Don't look at it day to day, even week to week. I would say month to month. Week 1 of February, compare it to week 1 of March, and then week 2 of February, compare it to week 2 of March. Also, weigh yourself in an environment, a consistent environment, that can therefore minimize as many external variables that can impact your scale weight as well. So I would say weigh yourself first thing in the morning after using the toilet in a fasted state, and then if you can keep that up, you'll eventually like build up averages over time. And then in addition to that, don't just rely on scale weight, also take your progress pictures, take your measurements. Be aware as to how old clothes are fitting as well, because then again, you're not just a slave to one reading, which again can massively play up on people's minds. There's also the potential scenario in which your body is just naturally adapting over time. So let's say at one point you were, I'm going to throw out random numbers again, you're 90 kg. Therefore, as a 90 kg person, you have a lot more weight to move around, which means you're going to burn more calories. But then as you get lighter, let's say you weigh 80 kg one day and you've lost 10 kg, like that 10 kg loss means you're carrying around less weight, which means you don't need to burn as many calories to do the same activity as you were doing before. And this is called metabolic adaptation. So you might not have changed anything, you're just simply lighter now, and the calorie intake that you could be consistent with before that was helping you lose body fat, you might have to just slightly reduce it, or you might have to do more steps. There could be something there that you just need to change. And then the final potential reason that I'm going to mention in this video is you are just simply not consistent enough. For example, one very common reason is you might be very consistent from Monday to Friday, let's say, when you're working your 9 to 5, you have your work to keep you in a routine, but then when the weekend comes around, you overeat so much. And that's a very common scenario. That could be what's going on, because eating healthy and eating well most of the time isn't the same as actually being in a calorie deficit. So right now, if your weekends and you're just going overboard and you've got no routine there, and you know for a fact that, yeah, I overeat on weekends and I probably do need to increase my consistency levels there, like that's where you could be slipping up right now. But otherwise, I do hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. I hope it brought some awareness around what could potentially be going on right now, because again, a calorie deficit works. It's not up for debate. What I will say, if in the meantime you want to check out my free calorie calculator, you can check it out via the link in the caption of this video. Otherwise, take care and I'll see you in the next video.